Once upon a time, there was an iron potato named Rusty. Rusty was quite proud of his metallic skin and thought he was invincible. He loved to show off his strength by picking up heavy objects and slamming them on the ground. One day, while Rusty was showing off his strength, he noticed a shiny new device called Havoc 200. Rusty was intrigued and approached the device to get a closer look. "Ha ha! What's this puny thing? I could crush it with my eyes closed," Rusty boasted, flexing his metallic muscles. But little did Rusty know that Havoc 200 was not to be underestimated. He was designed to cause chaos and destruction, and it was not going to let a cocky iron potato stand in its way. With a loud roar, Havoc 200 sprang to life and unleashed a flurry of attacks on Rusty. The iron potato was taken aback and tried to fight back, but Havoc 200 was just too powerful. Soon enough, Rusty was defeated and lying on the ground in a crumpled heap. Havoc 200 stood victorious, its metallic frame gleaming in the sun. "Lesson learned," Rusty muttered as he picked himself up and dusted himself off. "Never mess with Havoc 200. Iron Potato and Void decided to have a friendly swimming race. Iron Potato was a muscular and strong swimmer, while Void was more lean and agile. As the race started, Iron Potato took an early lead, powering through the water with great force. But Void noticed that Iron Potato was swimming with all his might, using up all his energy in the first few strokes. Void slowed down and swam at a steady pace, conserving his energy for the final stretch. Iron Potato didn't notice, and as he neared the finish line, he was completely exhausted. Void then picked up the pace and flew past Iron Potato, winning the race with ease. As they got out of the pool, Iron Potato asked Void how he had won. Void just smiled and said, "Slow and steady wins the race, my friend." From then on, Iron Potato learned to conserve his energy in races. Iron Potato and Claire were both contestants in a local trivia contest. Iron Potato was known for his vast knowledge of history and politics, while Claire was famous for her expertise in pop culture and current events. As the contest began, Iron Potato and Claire answered question after question, with Iron Potato taking an early lead. However, Claire was determined to catch up, and she started to answer questions with more and more confidence. Suddenly, a question came up that stumped both Iron Potato and Claire. The question was, "What is the capital of Burkina Faso?" Iron Potato and Claire looked at each other, both completely clueless. As the seconds ticked away, Iron Potato suddenly shouted out, "Potatoes!" Claire burst out laughing, and the audience erupted into laughter as well. Iron Potato was embarrassed, but he couldn't help but laughing along with everyone else. Claire eventually won the contest, but Iron Potato won the hearts and minds of the audience with his hilarious and unexpected answer. From that day on, Iron Potato became known as the Trivia Master, who sometimes got his wires crossed. Iron Potato was in the midst of a fierce battle with his arch nemesis, SpiderHam, the deli meat with 8 legs. SpiderHam had been terrorizing the town, stealing sandwiches and causing chaos wherever he went. Iron Potato had prepared for this battle by creating a special weapon, a giant fork. He hoped to use it to capture SpiderHam and bring him to justice. As the battle began, SpiderHam tried to use his 8 legs to dodge Iron Potato's attacks, but Iron Potato was too quick and managed to get a hold of one of SpiderHam's legs with his fork. Just as Iron Potato thought he had won, SpiderHam used his secret weapon. He sprayed Iron Potato with his mustard sprayer. Iron Potato was blinded, and SpiderHam used this opportunity to escape. Iron Potato was left standing in the middle of the street, covered in mustard, feeling defeated. He never thought he would lose a battle to a deli meat with 8 legs. As Iron Potato trudged home, he realized that he needed to come up with a new strategy. Maybe he should have brought some bread to make a sandwich with SpiderHam instead of fighting him. The next time they met, Iron Potato and SpiderHam had a good laugh about their ridiculous battle. They even decided to team up and create a new type of sandwich, the Iron Spider Sandwich, which quickly became the talk of the town. Oh shit, how'd that get in here? One day, Terax challenged Iron Potato to a competition to see who could make the best sandwich using only foods that start with the letter P. Iron Potato accepted the challenge, and the competition was on. Terax went for the traditional peanut butter and jelly sandwich, while Iron Potato decided to get creative and make a pickle, pancake, and pastrami sandwich. As they presented their sandwiches, Iron Potato's sandwich looked disgusting, but Terax was not prepared for the flavor explosion in his mouth. He had accidentally mixed up the peanut butter and the pepperoni. Iron Potato won the competition, but Terax was a sore loser. He challenged Iron Potato to a game of limbo, knowing that Iron Potato's bulky frame would not allow him to get very low. However, Iron Potato surprised everyone by effortlessly limboing under the bar thanks to his superhuman flexibility. Terrax was out of ideas, but Iron Potato was always up for a challenge. He challenged Terrax to a dance-off, knowing that he was not a skilled dancer. However, Terrax had a secret weapon. He had hired a dance coach and spent weeks perfecting his moves. The dance-off began, and Iron Potato was blown away by Terrax's dancing skills. But just as the competition seemed to be over, Iron Potato pulled out his trump card. He started doing the mashed potato dance, and the crowd went wild. In the end, Iron Potato won the dance-off, and the bitter rivals finally shook hands and called a truce. The end.